I hope this will work for a while because I forgot my charger. Okay, the charger cable, so I can't charge. And there is no. Sometimes my the left one in the car, but I haven't done that this time. So hopefully this will be okay. And oh no, this I it's going to be a little shaky and so on now for a little while because I'm going to put it in the holder that it's a quite okay holder. It's a cheap one, but in this car, it's hard to mount it good. So sometimes it goes like sideways in when I turn and so on. So I want to make it as secure as I can. I think that will be okay like that. I think we see what's going on. You may wonder, or even if you don't wonder, I'm going to tell you. Yes, uh, it will be first of all a little fan noise, so I hope I can be heard. And when it comes to the chat, I can't. I can see the chat a little in this app. Those that followed me longer time now know that I could not see the chat before at all in that app, but here I can see it for a short while. But it's hard to see because it's far away and the text is small. This is just the iPhone 13, or just it's the iPhone 13, and it's not the biggest screen and all that. So don't. And I'm driving, so I can't sit and watch the phone. But sometimes I can see that someone is writing. So what is going to happen now? You may wonder. As I said, even if you don't, I'm going to tell you. So don't worry. Um, it is. I'm going to take a little trip. Yeah, not a long trip. I'm just going to go for drive. To be honest, a drive, and then I will go and shop. I borrowed the car, and now I want to take a little drive and show you guys the little bit of the area. It's not, of course, it's not going to be. It's going to be hard to see much and so on because I'm driving and the phone and all that. But we do a try. Uh, Maybe I'll stop and show a little bit at some areas. I don't know, but we go, we go. And yes, I'm going to talk quite much. Going to explain what we're seeing and so on. And I see here something fun is happening here. There is a transformator service here. There is stuff coming, lots of stuff, because they are reopening the store here now. Yay! So from this autumn, there will be a store finally again here in this little village. Um, so here we go. And that's on the right side. Here is the pizzeria where I used to walk to. Sometimes I've had you guys with me when I walked here. And if you look on the right side, if you try to look at the right side, there's a quite big lake here. I can't really see it; it's so covered here in the. But on the right side there is a quite big lake, uh, and there is a camping here down here. If you go down here on the right, there is a camping down there with, and there is like where you can swim and there camping with cabins and you can have your trailers and stuff there, and it's quite nice. There is quite popular. There is many people coming from other countries that stays there the whole summer. They camp there, and then they go out on journeys in this area, because this is called the high coast, this area, and it's very popular for many Germans comes here and so on. Many Germans even buy houses here to have like summer houses. It is this area is it's very popular at summers because of the nature, and the view and so on. This area is rising every single year. It's getting higher and higher. It's not by much, but it's still rising every year, like a few centimeters per year. It's getting higher and higher, the whole area. This is on the, I don't know what it's called in English, sadly. It's like a list of protected areas, kind of protected areas, but it's on a list like nature. Yeah, I can't explain. It's a special list that is having like different places on in the world that is special, and this area where I live is on that list. It's the high coast. And we're going over a bridge soon, hopefully, at least. That was, for many years, it was the highest pylon bridge, or the longest. I think it was the longest, or if it was the highest, I don't remember. Oh, here is some riding a bicycle, being a bicycle tourist. That is quite common, to be honest. I would never do that. Yeah, maybe if I have an electric bike, that could help me, because all those bags and stuff, and then go with, and those people, they go through the whole country. Like, no, I'm going to ride a bike up to the northern part of Sweden, the northern part. The bridge we are going to go over now. Yeah, as I said, it was back then. Was it longest or highest pylon bridge in the Europe until they built a bridge between Sweden and Denmark in Malmö. That was longer, but yeah, it's still on the list of the beautiful buildings, advanced buildings, because the pylons are, you can see how much there is on top of the water, that you can see, but it's really, really, really deep here also. Or really, it's deep at least. So the pylons goes quite far down also. So they are really high pylons, if counting from the bottom. I can't turn the cam around so you can see this river that we are crossing, because I can't bother with the cam. I'm so afraid that we will mess up this stand, the holder. We're going to take a little trip, and yeah, on the right up here on the hill, on the mountain, there is a hotel with restaurant and all that, really popular. We are not going up there now because it's so full of cars there now, lots of tourist season, so it's tough. I don't know if you can see. If you have full screen on PC, you may see all the cars and so on. So I will not go up there. Else I would do that and show you the area and show the river and so on, because it's really beautiful. To be honest. So, and when this I have a memory from this the opening of this bridge. I when at that time I worked at a radio station, so I were as I worked with media, I were allowed to be one of the first people going over it. Not the first people, but with the group, we were especially. They had like okay a few hours before the public were able to walk on it and so on. We were allowed to walk on it, so and talk about it and interview some of the builders and so on. So we're going to take a road, a small road here, a small road. This is a small village. Here is a little small harbor for private boats. Down here, you can't see it from here, of course, but there is. And here is where my brother and his wife has their boat. They haven't put it in yet, though, but I think they will do that now because now they're having a vacation, their vacation, so they will put it in there. They have a quite nice boat. The small road we are going on was once selected many years ago. It was selected as the Sweden's most beautiful road. And of course, that was not for the road itself. It were how it were the view from the road and so on. They have like some contest, the media, or I don't know who it's arranging it, but it won the prize as. But that's many years ago, and I think it's still it hasn't changed like that, but I think there are lots more trees and stuff now, bushes and so on, so it's hard to see. I were quite much out here when I was younger because my first long time relationship I had, her mother and father, she came from here, so we were often here and visit her parents and had dinner and stuff and so on. Lots of forest. Yeah, you're going to see lots of trees on this trip. That's for sure. But yeah, trees can be beautiful also. But keep your eye on the left side. There you can see the river. It's quite big river that goes to down just a few mile from here. It goes out to the ocean. So we are quite near the where the river goes to the ocean. Yeah, I think I will do like this. To be honest, I think I do that. I do this for you guys. Turn in here on this road. Um, just to give a little hint, I think I will do it like this. So I stop here for a second and I go outside. I take the sorry, I won't take the camera. I hope everything will work now and I don't mess things up. So, Regret Man River. So now I need to put this back without without messing up stand too much. Please tell me if I'm still live. Am I still live? I should be. It's counting. And something happened, of course, when I tried to put in the. Am I still live? Please, if someone is in here, no, now no one is viewing either. So let me know if someone comes in, if this is live. I will not go. Is this? Can anyone hear me? Can anyone please confirm that it's still live? Because I jumped out of the app. I want to have a confirmation that it's still rolling after I went back in the app. Can someone please write in the chat if it is live so I know, please, please, please. Well, I see one watching, so yeah, I guess it didn't stop. Sometimes when you're messing with this and things like you and you go out of the app, the stream stops. But as I see someone is watching, I see it counting there. So yeah, let's keep on going. Now I showed you something at least. We continue this little journey, and as I said, it's going to be lots of forest and stuff here now. And but that's how this area is. It's as I mentioned several times. It's called the high coast. That's because yeah, it's at the coast. As I said, this river just a few mile from here, going out in the ocean. I live between two towns. One is the town where I work, Kramfors, and the other town is where I went to school and all that when I was younger. It's called Härnösand, and in Härnösand, this river meets the ocean. So we are, just so you understand how close to the ocean we are. What else can I say? I can, yeah, maybe I will do a longer trip. Maybe I should stop at some place and get some snacks or something. I don't know. Yeah, I will do a little longer. So maybe we should go. Maybe we should drive to the ocean. Let me think about that. So the thing is, yeah, as I mentioned, this hello doggies, or as I used to joke and say, hello doggies, can I pet your owner? I'm so funny. So yeah, it's called the high coast because it's high mountains and so on, and it is at the coast. And as I mentioned also in the beginning, this land area is rising more and more each year. It's getting higher and higher and higher because it's still active. It pushes the ground, or the rocks are pushing up, not much, but a little bit each year. And so that's why it is a little special. Lots of forests, lots of nature here, lots of nature. It's like yeah. So that's also why it's so popular at summer for many that comes from, like, especially Germany. people from Germany like it, and as I said, also some like it so much that they buy houses here because the houses here up here is super cheap if you have money, of course. But it's super cheap. If you buy a house up here, yeah, maybe you need to pay if you don't if it's not super new or so on. It's a really new or older house, but it's okay. Smaller old house, 150,000 Swedish kronor maybe, and that's like 15,000 euro or so. So that's not much. And if you go down to South Sweden, if you took that house and moved it to the south part of Sweden, that could be almost 1,000,000. So you understand the difference. Oh, look at these trees here on the side. I love these trees. They are so like fluffy. It's like I don't know if you can see, but they are like it look like they're fake almost. And yeah, sadly you can't really see, but we're driving close, just next to this river here. Um, it could be seen better if I were going the other way, but yeah. And yeah, I'm going to talk a lot, tell you about I hope that you can hear me okay. I'm trying to talk quite loud, but not screaming, because I have the fan on and so on, and the car make noise, but I hope you can hear me at least. Um, yes, this little road, as I said, was once uh, nominated, or it even won as the most beautiful road in Sweden. It was when it was quite newly made, because now you could, back then you could see more of this river and so on. Now bushes and such has grown up, and yeah. So what else? Yeah, I'm going to ramble on here a lot here now. So if you don't like me when I'm talking, uh, oh, did we get something there? I saw something popped up on the phone there. Did we get a super sticker or a super chat or something? I can't see the chat like that, but I saw something popped up there. If it was a sticker or a super chat, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Who it was, I don't know, but I saw something came up there. So huge thanks for that. This is a small village. Yeah, all up here is small village. The sad part about this area is that I'm not going to be too political here or so now, but a little bit, just a few seconds, because northern part of Sweden, we produce lots of income to Sweden. We are exporting timber and wood and so on. And electricity is here made here. We have lots of dams and so because we have lots of the rivers up here. So we produce a lot, which generate income for Sweden, but we don't get much back. Uh, that means that uh, South Sweden, like in the area of, for example, where Stockholm and the capital city, and even south, even more south, where I lived before, down in close to Denmark, and those areas, gets most of when the government like, we are going to build new roads. They uh, yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, it's like this. They put more money into those areas because more people live there, and it's been like that all the time. So we don't get that much back. We generate money, but we don't get that much money back up to this region. And it's even worse. The further up north you go, we are quite in the middle of Sweden, but it's yeah. I come back to that question in a while, Billy. Uh, it's like this. Um, it's counted as northern part of Sweden, but it's quite in the middle. But yeah, that's how it is. The thing is, as I said, um, we don't get that much money back, and that means also that the jobs, there is less jobs here. And what happens when it's less jobs? Yep, people move where there is job, because we have rules in Sweden that if you are unemployed too long and don't get a job, now I need to, because they're rebuilding a bridge here or repairing it, I need to. Oh, yeah, it's fuck. It's we need to take another road. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. We need to take this road. Yeah, they are. There's an old bridge that they are repairing now, so we need to take this road. But hey, that's life. Uh, but where was I? Yeah, what happened when it's there's a small camping below this bridge, but the bridge has huge problem. It's a really old bridge, and now it's starting to fall concrete from it. So they need to make a huge repair on it, and they now wondering if should we do it or not. Should we be rebuild or build a new or repair? So the thing is, yeah, what happens when people don't get jobs in this area? They move. So lots of those smaller villages that we're going to pass and so on this little trip, they they are kind of dying. I don't like to use that word, but it's the best word I can find at this moment. It's like the young people move away, move down south where the job is, and those regions are strong economics and so on. So they move there instead. Lots of cars. It's vacation. As I said, it's really popular for people to go out and still, it's not people work also. Of course, not all have vacations yet, but the thing is that they move when they are young. The youth are moving because the cities are dying. There are less to do in the cities as young, and they are. Oh, I moved here. I want to work with the computers. I want to work with programming this, and I want to have this job. The youth in Sweden are really want to have exclusive jobs and all that, and that's not up here. So they move, meaning it's almost only older people living here, and most people they often come back when they are grown up, when they have started to get kids and so on. Then people move back here because they want. Oh, I want my kids to grow up here, not in the city and so on. So people return, but of course not in the same rate that people move. So now back to Billy's question there. If I miss Denmark, no, I don't miss Denmark at all because I didn't live in Denmark. I lived close. It took 20 minutes by ferry over to Denmark. I lived in a town called Helsingborg, But yeah, I miss Helsingborg a little bit, not much. Or maybe I can't say missing, but I miss some parts of it. I because where the apartment I lived in was really central. It was that city was divided in two like centrums, a south and a north part, like that. And I lived in the south part. So when I stepped out from my apartment or from the house, I were like in the middle of the town. I had everything really close. If I wanted to go to a pub, okay, that took me 2 minutes to the closest pub. I had three stores, two stores, big stores, just around the corner. I had restaurants. It was so I missed that, and I missed that I could take the ferry over to Denmark. It took me 20 minutes, and so on. Those things sometimes I miss that, especially now when I don't have a car. What? You don't have a car? You're driving one now, but this is not mine. Yeah. Oh, I see. Uh, yeah, and that is me pretending there is someone else saying something. So I'm not schizophrenic. Yes, you are. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. Shut up, both of you. Uh, so, yes, a few parts from that. But I moved out of that area because I did not feel well there. I moved because I were really depressed. I had crisis. If I hadn't moved, I don't know if I still be alive, to be honest. Um, Yngwie Malmsteen, yeah, but I met him once. I met him once, and yes, he's a really good guitarist. But I have a story about Yngwie Malmsteen. I have a story about. I don't know if they're still married, but I have a story about him and his wife, or former wife. I don't know if they're still together. I met him once shortly. I I think he had back then at least, but that was also in his prime. He was starting to be really. He was full of ego. Oh my! He thought he was God's answer to everything. Um, Maybe I didn't talk long enough with him and get in under the skin there, but his wife, this was they were just a couple back then. I have made out with her on scene because she also Erika was her name or is her name. She were singing and so on, and I were at a concert with her, and I sing along, and she took me up on stage, and I don't know what's flow into her. She kissed me, and I kissed her, and I grabbed her and hold her in my arms, and we made out almost on the stage there. But that was just before they got married. After they were in a relationship, but that was kind of fun. We're going to pause a little village again, there where I did work for a few years. Our stationary here, station, had this like I were working as an IT technician on a school that is in this little village, and it was you can see, yeah, it's down in this on the right to the right. It's a school down there. Can't really see from the road, of course. Uh, but I was stationary there. But I was the head technician, so I was sitting at that school, but when other schools in that area, this area, had problems that the smaller technicians couldn't solve, they called me, and needed to go there. I was like making the servers and stuff and so on for all the schools and fix their network and all that. Uh, we were two of those main technicians, if you can call it like that. One in the city, Kramfors, that is on the other side of the river. So we divided this area. This area, the I don't know how to fucking pronounce it. This, yeah, Kramfors, the area, not the city, the whole community, or what to say, is huge. It's huge. They own the, yeah, it's really big. So we needed to divide it. So I have this part, all schools in the area around on this side of the river. I handled, and he handled all the ones on the other side of the river. Yeah, interesting fact. Not maybe, but yeah, as I said in the beginning, I will tell you all a lot about what's going on and what happened and so on, and sharing a little bit about my life. I hope you all can hear me. Can someone write and tell me if the audio is okay? If you can hear what I'm saying, if the fan noise is too much. Here is a lovely little bath. Yeah, well, I don't know what. Let's call it a beach, but it's not like a huge sand beach, but it's a cozy little place just past. So we are. I don't know. I'm just driving now. Maybe we will end up at. I hear you well. Well. Oh, that's good. Um, that's good. Maybe we will drive to the ocean or to the sea. I will see. We see if I go to the sea. I'm just going to drive. I'm just going to like. Oh, now I feel like going left. I go left. Or now feel like going right. I go right. Like now. Why don't we take right here? Why? Why not? It's done. We did it! Yay! Yay! And here they have Thai food, but that was closed. Yeah, for lots of people come here from Thailand. Lots of let's say there are, yeah, it's people that it's men that find Thai wives and so on, or they are, hopefully they are not wives when they find them, but yeah, they come here and live with them. Imported wives, we used to joke to and call them. Nothing bad meant by that. But it's also, this area is really popular for Thai people, people from Thailand to come at the autumn. They come here to earn lots of money for them, that is, not for us, because we don't take those jobs. They come here to pick berries. We have a really, we have blueberries and all that, but the most they pick is something called lingon. It's like, I don't even know what it's called in English. It's a special berry that they is used to make jam and so on. Really popular. Uh, so people come here from Thailand and other countries to pick those. Um, because they can earn quite much in their. Oh, I didn't see what you wrote there. Oh, can I? No, I can't see. It's like this. Let's see here. I saw something about the missing submarine and so on. I don't want to talk about that, to be honest. I don't want to talk about the missing submarine. It's all over the media. It's all TikTok is full of it, and people is joking about it. People are people saying this and they say that. They don't, and people trying to make news that is fake. There is so much shit going on with this. Submarine that, and to be honest, I also, yeah, it's tragic, but they all knew what that could happen. That's the thing. They knew whatever they have signed the beaver and all that this could happen. Yeah, and the owner, he had been warned several times because there had been lots of problem with this submarine in the this they have like postponed so many expeditions down there because of problems. They knew what they were going into. It's sad. We should respect the families and so on to the to those. Uh, but yeah, they knew what they were getting into at least. That's all. And to be honest, we had a much more, in my eyes, tragic with immigrants. I think it was over 700 immigrants that were smuggled on trying to get to Europe on a ship that is lost. But people just talk about five, was it 5 or 6? Or I don't know how many they were. 5 or 6 billionaires that go down with a submarine and drown, yeah, or dies. But almost no one talks about those 700 people that drowned or are missing. They haven't even sent out. Many countries haven't sent out any help or whatever. That is, I think that's a bigger tragedy because they were fleeing for and trying to get a better life and so on. This, those people did something. It's like if I were a race driver and I drive a race car and I crash and die. Yeah, sad for the family and so on around me. But the world moves on. If I die today, no one would gives a fuck. Only the closest people will give a fuck. Sorry for the language. But are building a bad submarine to earn lots of money, and they go down and do this as a tourist attraction, and then something happened, and oh, the whole world is bothering now. Yeah, it's kind of annoying to be honest. Uh, just because they are, yeah, it's kind of special. Of course, it's special. Sorry, of course it's special. It's it doesn't happen every day like a submarine like that. But I hope you all get my point, and that's enough from me about that submarine. And here we're going into lots of mountains here now, as you can see. Here is lots of high mountains, or high. It's not super high, but yeah, 3, 4, 500 meters maybe, or no, 300 meters maybe, at least. They're quite high. Uh, because it's like this, Sweden, that many people don't know this, but Sweden is quite large. I think it's, um, I may be wrong, but I think it's around 7 or 8 biggest country. If it is in the world or Europe, I don't really know. Because when you check it out on the map, it doesn't look that big, but it's quite long. It's quite a long country, so it's bigger than people. And the south part of Sweden is kind of flat. Lots of big, flat area. That's why where I lived before in South, there is lots of farms and so on because there lots of crops, lots of farmers that yeah had crops and so on because it's really big areas to plant the crops and so on. Uh, but then you go more, the more north you come. Yeah, here we have, I think this is a German, by the way. Yeah, it's a German. We have a German car in front of me. As I said, it's really popular for Germans to come here. So that one in front of us is not a Swede. I don't know what he is so afraid of, though. Since yeah, oh yeah, he he was just legal. I thought they were going slower than he was, but he's keeping the legal limit. Well, but the more north you go in Sweden, the more elevated, the more mountains you get, and so on. So, and the border between Norway and Norway and Sweden has quite high mountains, and the same is in this area at the coast here. We have quite high mountains. Now we should go. No, what am I doing? And I don't need to do that. I forgot. I did. This is main roads. I didn't need to. Well, it works. Anyway, it's not like I'm breaking any rules by using the turn signal. So this we're going now closer and closer to the sea, but it takes a while. It will take a while. Any questions or so? Anyone wondering anything? So I will try now. Of course, I have a car behind me, but I will do like this. I will stop, just stop like this to to get you a view. You will maybe not see that much. Those on PC they are, or a PC, it can be a Mac also for that reason. But they can at least do full screen and maybe see a little more. I know it can be hard to uh, follow when on a small screen, and especially when I'm driving, it's hard to see because even if I try to drive slow, it goes fast. So that's why I stop here and also to take a new snooze. And here comes, look, now here's one van or house. I don't know what it's called, house car, and here's another one, and that was a normal car. So I just stop so you can get a little bit because uh, if the road is totally empty and I say, oh, I will drive slow now, of course I will get cars behind me. That's like Murphy's Law. So that's why I'm trying to stop where I can. And yeah, now it's cloudy. We have several weeks now with no rain and whatever. Today it rained finally, to be honest. It rained today. It was much needed, but we need much more because it's super dry, extreme. We need a fire hazard in the forests. We had lots of forest fires already. Uh, but so it's a cloudy day, but that's also it doesn't really matter when driving like this. Because it's for me, it's even more pleasure to drive when I don't have the sun in my eyes and so on. And here you can see that some mountains is almost covered in the clouds, almost. And this, the water you saw here, that is the ocean. Um, it's like what is called when the water goes in. Oh, I lost loses words sometimes. In this house, I've been several times when I worked as at the radio. Uh, but now it's not what it. Now it's another thing in there. But back when I was young and worked at a radio station, at summer we had a special show called Tourist Radio, where we sat down and talked about different things that people could visit and do here when they come to this area. And we also went out on the field and do like interviews and yeah, we visited our artists and so on and talked about their art and so on. We did like special shows. So we were quite much, and that was back then a tourist center. And we all, when we were in this area, we always had interviews there. We went in because it, yeah. Remember, I was young, and me and my colleagues I had working there at the summer. They were also young, and there were two super beautiful women working there. So we like, oh, we need to visit and do an interview today. So we went there and let them talk about this, the area and so on. And we did it because they had lots of information. They work with giving tourists information. So, but we did it for because they were so damn beautiful. So, yeah. This house is for sale. Okay, maybe I should buy it. Not. I can't buy anything. I have debts. I can't buy anything. Who am I trying to fool myself? Crazy, crazy mad cave. Oh, how dare I think I can buy a house? But soon, I'm soon out of my debts. 2 months, 2 more months, give and take. Then I have no debts anymore. Whoa! I still can't buy anything, but I can start saving for a house, which I probably not will do. I will buy up all my money. I tried to save so many times. It's kind of fun to hear. It's been several years before, since I was driving on this road, so this is like for me also. Yeah, here they have. You can see on this mountain, chopped down lots of woods because, as I said also earlier, that is one of the big industries we have here in the northern part. We have lots of uh, fabrics that either make papers, um, yeah, make paper like toilet paper and all that, or they make timber planks and so on. And we export lots of timber to other countries. And it's a quite good industry, to be honest, because we have quite high rules. We have much rules about it. Sweden is having rules for fucking everything. Yeah, I do use the F word once in a while. So I think we have rules about how much toilet paper we should wipe our butts with. Almost. No, I'm kidding, but for good and bad. When it comes to this, when chopping down, when those companies do their yeah, chopping down woods and so on, they need to replant. They must replant. So in like years we will start seeing it growing up again. So it's a quite good industry because it's renewable. Even if it looks sad, for me, I see, oh, here is an area where there were lots of forests when I grew up. Now it's nothing. Yeah, but give it to 10 years, then it will start to look the same again. So it's kind of, and even furthermore up in north, we have lots of mines that different minerals and like iron and stuff and so on. Well, luckily, we don't have that here in this area. I say luckily because it makes such a fingerprint on the environment to harvest those kind of resources. So I'm glad we don't. And we have lots of nature reserves here, like lots of with strict rules. It's protected area. You can't do is chop down things or and it's protected. We have lots of that in this area. We're quite high up now. Even if you can't really see that, uh, it it is quite high. A tractor, a farmer. What are you going to do? What? You can't farm here. Where? But there is farmers here. There is. If you look straight ahead, you see the field there. I wouldn't. I grew up on a farm and I drove tractor and so on and on hills and so on. But at some hills like that, that's quite steep, and it takes some balls, to be honest, to drive not up and down. That's one thing. But when you turn and have your side down slope, that is well, that wasn't so bad after all. But now it starts raining a little bit. I see. Sadly for you guys, but I don't think it's interfering on the camera yet, at least. One thing we had here back in the days, lots of fishing. There is small cabbage in almost in the water here, in lots of these bays, and that were used for the boats. It was boat sheds and fishing because they were fishing herring here and all that, lots of that. They make something here. Some of you may have heard of something called surströmming. It's like fermented fish. You've seen maybe on TikTok the challenge and so on. I wonder if I should stop here just to give you a little view here of the ocean. I will do that and we'll stop and even will go outside in a little while. But I will tell you about this first. In this area, there was lots of cabins, fishing huts, and so on, and fishers that were fishing this herring and so on. And you seen maybe on TikTok they have challenge when they people eat something. a fish that is, they say it's almost rotten because it smells like that. It smells shit. Oh my god! If but and they eat and they like almost everyone pukes almost. Oh, that fish is made up here. That's surströmming, and that fish is not rotten. It's fermented. It's like we have the Korean version, kimchi, for example. It's the same process. Uh, but what is really really, and I don't like fish, so I don't eat that either. I have tasted, and it's not that. It's absolutely not that bad as they do make the TikToks and all that challenge. The problem is they don't eat it as it should. You should not eat the fish like just take a fish and eat it. No, no, no. It's a special. You need to have a special bread. You have potatoes. You have like cream fresh. You have onions and all, and you have a small fillet of that fish on that bread, and you put another bread on top of it, and you eat it like that. So they don't eat it as it should be eaten, which of course then makes it, yeah, disgusting. Because they don't eat it as it should. Yeah, we should go out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The car is telling that I have gotten to turn off the key. Uh, let's. No, I know why. Oh, stupid. Sorry about that. I hope you could read a little bit at least, because damn, I forgot. I forgot. I forgot. The phone is connected to the Bluetooth in the car, so yeah, so that's why you should hear me okay in the car. I forgot that. So here I was talking. I read everything for you guys, and no one could hear me, but well, you you could you could at least read a little bit. I was talking to myself, and oh gosh, I promised. I said, if someone say Apple, I will give you $2 million, and no one said Apple. Oh, I saved $2 million there then. Aha, too late now. So let's continue this journey, and we will go back, and I will go another way back, and then I'll go shopping. So try to keep up. We will be streaming a while here now for those that have the time, and I will talk, and I will try to tell what I have to tell. I love those flowers that is on the purple flowers that is quite much of in the ditches. But people don't really like them because I don't know why. And they are also sometimes they they are purple, but they are pink on top. They so now we are here. Here is they have a store where you can shop, which is quite common in stores. Yeah, but this one is a little special because there is no personnel here. Oh my! Thank you so much there. Oh, that was no need, Bill. Thank you. Yeah, about the store, it's no one. They have no workers. It's like you shop here. We have something called bank ID on the phones here in Sweden. Most of us have that at least. So when going in there, we just press. You tell who we are and go in and shop and pay. We don't. We don't need there's no personnel. So we can go and 24/7. I need this. You go and buy it. And I will try to aim. It's hard to see, but here you see on the right side, if you keep your eyes open here, you see lots of those houses I was telling about. Those small houses in the water. That is old fishermen's huts. So what they did was like they lived there also. On top of it, they lived, and they have the boat below. So they just went down to the boat in the mornings and go out fishing and so on. And here in this little village, they make a special bread. It's called tunn bread. It's a really thin bread. Uh, yeah, I don't know what bread I would compare it to. But yeah, it's they make there is two different models. There's this one soft model that is we often use like wraps and so on, and really tasty. And one is like hard, but it's hard but soft. It's really strange. I know it sounds strange. It is like you don't when you eat it. you don't think like, oh, this is really hard. When you bite it, it's not that hard. But when you break it, it's hard. Oh, well, I missed what you said. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, what did you say? Oh, no, and now I'm messing up. I shouldn't press the phone when I'm driving. I shouldn't, but I did. So I wonder what you said. I said here in the, and you said something here in the States we blah, yada, yada. Sorry, I missed what you said there. Totally sorry. And now, well, the area we're going to now, I'm not sure I'm going. I haven't decided. It depends how much people there is and so on. Because we are going to a really popular area now for tourists. Um, so I will see how much there is. But this is the the end we're going to is the road. We can't go any further. If we go any further, we will drive into the sea, and then we need to drive over to Finland. Uh, so we are going as far as we can go on this road because that will end at the sea. And there is camping and all that. It's really popular for tourists. But yeah, I don't know. And also, it's really popular now for Swedes. This for young Swedes. At least it was. Oh, I say we have. I missed that also because I see sometimes it popping up. It doesn't stay on the screen. It comes up and be there for a second or two, and I'm watching the road, which is quite natural. But sometimes I see. But I can read up later for sure. So sorry if I miss any questions and so on. I will try to. The thing is, this area is also really popular. At least it was when I was young, with the young kids, because we have a huge thing here in Sweden now. Tomorrow, it's called Midsummer, and we Swedes celebrate. It's one of the bigger celebrations we have. For us, for some reason, it means much for us. And people party, and we barbecue, and we do like special events, and we have like, yeah, we do, yeah, either they meet with family and so on, but or they have like big parties. And if you're young, in the younger age, they party. They drink 2 days in a row. They just party, party, party. And this area has a camping where lots of people were going to just drink and party, and they like have a whole pig. They barbecued it over open flames, and everyone like they were not. When I were here, we had big two pigs. We barbecued, and we had knives sitting around everywhere. Anyone could go and grab something there, even people we didn't know. And people, oh my God, that I loved those parties back when I was young because it was lots of things going on. And yeah, we slept in tents, and yeah, it was lots of different activities going on that was maybe inappropriate to speak about here on YouTube. Not illegal stuff, but yeah. So, and I think we celebrate that mostly that much because Sweden winters in Sweden are quite dark and bitter, not super bitter, but yeah, especially here up north, it can be almost daylight only a few hours. So when summer comes and we have here up north, we have like it's never dark almost. It's like sun stays up almost the whole day. We celebrate it. Uh, and yeah, I will not go out here. You could do that. We could do that, and we could walk. I'm going to regret this later, but if I walk up here now and over this little hillside, we will see the sea. I wonder should I do it or not. But now when you said you can't hear me when I'm out, because I don't dare to start going into the settings and disable Bluetooth and all that. Stream then, uh, probably. And it's not. But on the other side here, on this little forest and so, it's like then there is the ocean. And on a clear day, I say on a clear. Today we will not be able to do it anyway. Today, today we would see over to Finland if you see okay, if you have a good if you have a good view, if you have good eyes, you can see over to Finland over that sea. But or having a binoculars and so on. Today we want it too cloudy, so you can't see the horizons at that. It seems like though it's some areas in this the clouds is like breaking up. Yes, I'm going. So sadly, I'm sorry, but I don't want to. Uh, I didn't see you. We go. Yo, you're going to sleep. I will. I will do like this though. There is a parking lot here down here. I will just drive down here and show this little area. I can show a little bit here. It's not the tourist season. The big tourist season has not started. Here is you need to pay to stay here, but I'm not. It's 20 Swedish kronor per day. But I'm not going to park here. Just going to turn around here and show the area. I can, so you understand what the small houses. If you look here now when I'm turning, you see all those small houses over there. Let's see if I can zoom in here like that. That is the fisherman's. Now it's quite low water for some reason. Yeah, but that is old. Now they are used for summer house and all that. But oh, okay. I understand. Have a pleasant day, and thank you for joining, Cindy. If we look, I don't want to stop here. There isn't some other, but I will drive really slowly. Let's see. I hope I'm zoomed out. No, now we are. So you see those, and before, back in the days, this is just the ones that is being renovated and kept. It was filled with those houses back in the days. So they lived up on top of them. Let's see. You can see those over there. Uh, they lived on top of them houses, drove the boat under, and they also like had like a little house in the house. They have areas where they cleanse the fishes and so on, and hang their nets and so. Now there is not like that, of course. Now it's all big big ships and all that. Sadly, we have a big problem with this herring now because Finland and Russia and others are trolling so much, so there is almost no herring left. So this surströmming, as I were talking about earlier, there is crisis, a super, and it's a really crisis. Some companies have shut down because there is no, they have no herrings. The big trawlers from Russia and so on that goes, they just drains it. There is so little herring. So those smaller companies, smaller fishermen that provided this for this surströmming, they can't get it. So some of those companies that made this has closed down, even though the big ones that made the most of it shut down. So now we are going the other way. We're going now. It's going to be this is the downside with this. Hello, I said to those standing there. This is the downside with going out here. It's like, oh, now I can tell much when going here, but when I go back, I can't say that much because I have already told. But yeah, but we are going to take a little different way back home. So there will be a little other view also. And now you can see things on that you missed on, so you can see on the right side because the cam takes it's like it's better view on the right side for some reason. So I don't I understand if people that has been following me here is like now it's getting boring. That's totally fine. You don't need to stay here because and the new ones that maybe drops in, they can see it's new for them, so to say. And once again, thanks for all the gifts that has been sent. I'm we all on this channel say thank you for the gifts because it's shared between us all. So and yeah, I can tell you some news. We can tell some news. I can tell some news. I can share some news. Do you want some news? Yay! Do you want some news? Yay! Are you sure? Well, maybe not, but go ahead and tell it anyway. Okay. Uh, last night, yesterday evening, last night, we ordered a new phone. What? I said we ordered a new phone. Okay. Why? Because that phone is going to be borrowed by Molina. No, 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 no. What are you saying? Oh, you stupid. No, yeah, maybe. No, it's going to be borrowed by Cindy, so she can start streaming. She needs a second device, and yes, we have Juliet's phone coming back because Juliet is no longer streaming at us, as I have mentioned um, on my Facebook page. But so that phone maybe will be used for some other in the future as well. So because as I said before, I want to have a few more look at this mountain. It's quite high. I would. There is a tower up on that. It's a tower you can see, right? Yeah, it's for. I think it's for mobiles and radio and stuff. I would love to have a little cabin up there with there and have that tower for my ham radio. Oh my gosh, it would be so awesome, awesome. Uh, yeah, back to what I was telling. Sorry for that. We are so I ordered a new phone, and we're waiting for the return of the other phone from Unit. Since I buy the phones for Melina to have, she is my right hand there in Philippines when it comes to this. Since it's over 9,000 kilometers, 90,000 kilometers. I don't know. It's super long. We are quite far away, so I can't do what. So I buy the phones. They are going to Molina. Molina is handling them. She, we can say she's the owner. I wonder if I should try to turn it like that, so you can see maybe some from the sides, the ocean at least. So yeah, we are, and that phone we ordered last night is going to Cindy so she can start being active and stream. So hopefully they will ship it fast, and I don't know. If we are really lucky, it could take like 2-3 days. And other way, we will have it maybe in the end of next week, and then yeah, after she gets some SIM card and find some good SIM card with a good bandwidth and all that stuff, she can start streaming as well. But I also have another news. As I mentioned, also there were another one that were maybe going to start stream. I sent. I have a document that all needs to read and so on, telling the policies and all. I call it agreement, and where I explain everything and so on. Send that to that person. Uh, I I have asked once. Oh, I'm still reading it and so on, and I haven't got that much response. So today I wrote and said, hey, I'm closing this spot now. A slot. I call it slots. I'm closing the slots, this slot, uh, because I take that as they are not that interested when they can't like answer and so on, and then it's better to save that slot for some others. And why? What do I mean with slots? I mean not the gambling slots, of course. I mean I want everyone to have a decent share of the possible earnings. And if we are like 20 people streaming, it will be nothing. It will take such a long time before uh, I can send, because we need to reach a threshold on YouTube to get paid, first of all. And then I have a threshold okay, to send to everyone. I can't sit and send like $1 here and 5 cents here and so on. I have other things to do also. And that means like if we are 4 or 5 people, that yeah, it will be a few dollars when we have reached the threshold. And yeah, that will be enough to buy some food or whatever. It's a decent sum for something we like to do. We're not doing this for being rich. We don't do it for the money at all because then we wouldn't put so much effort in. But now we can gain some. Um, so the thing is, I try to keep it to a few people, so we don't, so we get a decent share everyone. And she hasn't responded, and then I say, okay, I have given a week or a few days, but she hasn't responded. So that means the interest isn't that super high, in my opinion. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but that's how I count it. So I rather save that slot for someone else. And now we have one more phone. That means we could give someone else a chance, even if they don't have, because this is the common problem. If they have only one phone, yes, you can stream with only one phone. That works fine. But anytime you get messages or you get like a phone call, this is a nice little lake, by the way. It shut down the stream because then you go out the app and so on. So it's needed almost to have a separate device to stream from. Some news I could share. Uh, I have shared not that news. That was the first time now because we bought it yesterday. But yeah, and I can also tell you that the camera on my balcony, the single cam, that one, that now next week it will be moved. I think it's on Tuesday, if I remember the date correctly. On Tuesday next week, that will be moved to the clubhouse on top of the mountain, the radio club I'm in. It will, if everything goes as planned, at least, where I'm going to mount it up there with a new view over on top of a quite quite okay mountain, quite high. So, and that will be a nature view, a nature cam that you can follow the season and the weather and so on. And for those that like lightning and so on, thunder and so on, that would be a great place to see and view spot lightning as well. So maybe not going to see much animals and so on. Maybe some moose walking by, but I don't think and some birds and so on. But the view from that cabin is quite nice, and also for those that are interested in weather, especially like thunderstorms and so on. So when we get thunderstorms here, which is not that often, it's more common in South Sweden than here. But when it comes here, we can have quite big ones instead. But for those that like that, they can check that out. I don't have license for driving a motorcycle. I have thought about taking it many times, and I even applied for. You need to like, if you should start to take license, you need to have like a paper that now you are allowed to train with for that. I even applied for that when I lived in South Sweden, uh, but I haven't. I didn't go through with it. Couldn't afford it at the time. But this road, I would love to drive a motorcycle on this road. Like all the turns and like, yeah, I don't know. I have always felt like this road is must be a what? What are you doing, you stupid asshole? And now it's driving fucking 30. Oh no, sorry for the bad language, but this annoys me. Oh, I must go out. I must go out. Oh, I don't need to wait for that car. And then go out and drive 20 kilometers under the. So I need to go behind him when he drives 30 kilometers per hour on a 50 road. Those kind of things irritate me. I have quite patience with other people in traffic, but this type, because that was it's such a egoistic thoughts that it, because now it's not even, oh, I get annoyed. Relax. Yes, yes, I agree. Relax. I'm trying. So that was sold. That was sold. Sold, sold. Yeah, I see the phone is shaking a little bit, but I hope that is okay. It's okay, I hope. Bing, bing. I feel the sun is starting to break through the clouds a little bit. It's going to be, as far as I have understood, it's going to be partially cloudy or cloudy a few days now. And I'm going to be honest, as I always am. I wonder why we say that. I'm going to be honest. Okay, do you used to lie or what? No. Why do you don't then need? It's better to say, now I'm going to lie so people know. We are going to take this way home. We're going to turn here. Turn, turn, turn! It's your turn to turn! Turn! I have turned. Yeah. Now I even forgot what I was rambling about. I wonder why we said behind. Yeah, the weather. Um, we had almost 2 weeks with like 26 up to 30 degrees here, or even maybe longer. It's been high temperature even, and I like that in one way, but when it comes over 26, 27 degrees, depending on what you're doing, if I just can sit down and relax and drink some, or having AC or whatever, that's okay. But after a while, if you have it over, it was the same in Crete because we had no rain for months in Crete, and that's normal in their summer. So, but the thing is, having sun every day, after a while, that starts to, it gets too much. My body needs it. My brain needs a day or two with a little bad weather. It may sound strange. I get lots of energy from sun, good weather, summer. Yes, I live up. I have lots of more energy in summer than winter. But if I have sun too long, it's like I get energy, but get drained as well. Uh, so it's when I have like a rainy day or one or two rainy days and cloudy, it's like the body takes a breather, like oh finally, like that, and relax. Then if it gets sunny again, it's like oh wow yeah I'm happy now. So yeah, I hope I can make myself understood there. So I will not complain if it is a few days with the cloudy. I don't want it to rain tomorrow, though, on midsummer. But I don't think it were going to do that either. A tractor and a car. I guess that car will pass that tractor now. Yeah, that's my guess. Or no, it didn't. Summertime and the weather is something. Well, I've got every lyrics. I maybe can, when it comes to lyrics, I maybe can. Oh, I see they were buffering there, but it was bad coverage for a little while there. But I think we are back now. Welcome back. Yeah, the coverage is not the best here on in this area. It's so much high mountains around covering stuff, so sometimes it's getting bad. But now it should be good again. And that's good because then you didn't hear me sing. Haha, I sang for you guys. So you just be thankful for not hearing that. Summertime, blah, 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 blah. The little village where we are coming to now, soon, hopefully, um, It has a building there. I hope it's still, yeah, the building is still there, but I don't know. I hope it's still mounted on that building. There is the world's biggest clothes hanger on that. It's in the Guinness Record books of records. And many don't know this, but Guinness Book of Records is created by Guinness. Yeah, the company that makes Guinness, the beer. I forgot why there was a special reason for them to that they did that. Yeah, yeah, it was like they did that. If I remember correctly, they made that first book so people could have something to discuss or check up, check it up. Like when all the discussions, like, oh, but no, that's the biggest one. No, this is the biggest one. So they made this book to solve any conflicts that could be occur when people sat down and had a beer. So they created this book with records, and then it's grow into what it is today. Now they add records and have like controllers and so on. But many don't know that it was created by Guinness, and that's the beer company Guinness. So soon we are at that little village with the cloth hanger. It will be on the right side because now we're going out to the main road. So I prepare you all. Yeah, you can see it already. It's still there. You see it straight in front here. You see a cloth hanger on top of this roof on that house. That yeah, of course it's not a real one. What did you expect? But yeah, that house was a cloth store selling clothes, and they made that as a like a PR one. So keep your eyes if you want to see it. If keep your eyes on the right side when we're passing it. Then you can say that you have seen the world's largest clothes hanger. But this is the main road. It's the European roads here, so it could be quite much traffic. I say, and then it's coming now on, and I still doesn't drive. Yeah, we're putting in a new snooze. So there we have it. I will try to drive slowly. Look at it. Look at it. What a big one. A big clothes hanger. Have you seen it? If you haven't, well, suit yourself. I told you. I told you all. Look. Now I will slowly head back. We're going back, but a little another way. Uh, and but we're not going back home. No, now we're going into Kramfors, where I will shop. And today I also will stream while I shop, which I don't do that often, but I do it more often now because now I can because I have a chest pocket now, which means I can stream while having the phone in my pocket. I do not walk in a store and holding a phone like that. I want if I'm going to stream like that, I need it it shouldn't be that obvious. It feels so strange holding a phone and, oh, look at this cheese. I know many do it. Well, not up here, but but I could not do that. It like, and also because we have such a strange laws and rules and whatnot in Sweden. As I said way back in history, Sweden is a wonderful country. We have lots of rights and so on. But at the same time, this is just my opinion. It is like so much rules. It's like we have babysitters. Oh no, you are not allowed to lick this electric cord. We make a law against licking electric cords. No, we don't have it a law, but I'll take an example. It's like, why are you treating us like that? Why are you treating us like idiots? Because, of course, some is idiots. So, yeah. But it's kind of annoying. And some things I think, why? Why can't we just decide this for ourselves? But I don't think we are alone having like that. I think many countries have. And okay, let's check here. Left side, a big bear, not a bear, a big bear cabin. I don't know if you could see it. No, I guess you missed it. Maybe you could see it. It's a cabin built like a bear, not a bear. And that cabin, you could sit inside it and so. It's a restaurant there also, so you can sit inside that and eat and so. I have never been and eat there, strangely, but I know it was popular before. I don't know how it is now. That's many years back. It was when I was, and I think it has been closed for some years, and now new owners and so on. Summertime, la 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 la. It's strange that I can't remember the lyrics on that one because I made remix of that one. You can find it on SoundCloud. I made a house remix of that song, Ella Fitzgerald, uh, "Summertime," and that was on the charts for several months, quite high up. I think it was top five at least, at best, uh, both in Sweden and worldwide. Oh no, I'm not bragging. I'm just telling. No. Oh, you're bragging. No, I'm not. I'm telling you're sharing something. Oh, you're bragging. Shut up. You shut up. Stop. Oh, look at how cloudy it's over there. Could it be some thunder today, maybe? Well, I don't know. But I didn't ask like that. It's a rhetorical question. Oh, no. And here is a lake where you can buy fishing cart and fish. There's planted fish here. A little fishing dam almost. Uh, that is a turn point. That was what I wanted. Oh, I think I took the wrong way. No, maybe not. No, it's also true. Here you can, and so you can go here, you buy, and I think even you can rent some. And yeah, you pay for the fish that you get, and there could be some like big fishes there. I heard. I haven't been fishing. I don't like fishing like that, but I haven't tried it though. I'm going to take a little different road back now, so we are not done. We are not done with this. Now we're going to, hopefully at least, if I don't remember the roads wrongly, we will come from the other side of the town, and that is it's like it's going to take maybe 20 minutes, half hour, so it's a quite long way now. Yeah, 20 minutes at least. Look how dark the clouds is. Oh, you can't see. Okay, I'm sorry. I can look. You can't. Ha ha ha! In your face. But at least you get some view, some feeling about the area. I know you just see houses and trees and all that, and hear me explain something and blah blah blah. Uh, but you get a little feeling about how the area I live in is, and even some information when I have something. This area, I don't have much to say. I haven't been much out here, not even as young. I haven't drove, for, I think it must be over 20 years ago. I drove on this road last time. So for me, it's a little fun as well. And I hope I remember the road correctly, so we will end up where I think we should. And now it starts to rain. Yeah, it's something. I see the dark clouds coming up. It's going to be over us soon. Ooh, spooky clouds. And I will do like that now because, yeah, it's a nice lake on this side. You can't see. Haha! Oh, I see it. Oh, look, what a nice. That must be the nicest lake I ever seen. So wonderful, so beautiful. Oh, and you can't see it. Oh, oh. Well, I told you it is some lake there. So you just need to believe me. And nah, it's nothing really special. I'm just kidding. You're not missing out. It's water. It's water. It is. It's water. And it's fun to say water because I would share a thing with you guys now. In I am a member and of a big community, artist community, and we have a Discord and so on. And I have lots of friends living in Canada, uh, and in Canada it's legal to smoke a special herb and so on. But they had a thing, or we had a thing. We didn't want. They didn't want to say, "Oh, I'm going to take some blah blah blah." So instead, they said, "Oh, I need water. I need to get some water." And they mean, of course, then they go and smoke the herbs. Yeah, man. Yeah. They wanted it to be like Oh, here is gravel. We are going to on a gravel road now. Ooh. I didn't remember it was gravel, but hey, it was over 20 years ago, so at least this will not be that dusty because, oh, what a nice lake. Another nice lake. Can you see it this time? Oh, because something is blocking up. Yeah, you can see a little water. Oh, you can see it a little, a little. Or the one. We have one viewer. You are the one that could see that water. Yes, back to that. They said that like didn't want to because yeah, it was from all around the world and different ages and so on. So they didn't want to say too clearly what they were going to do. So they always said, now it's time to water, and if they cough and something, oh, what a strong water, and so on. And for us that knew, whatever, that was became a thing. So nowadays, sometimes when I've told with other people, like, and they say, yeah, I need to go and grab some water. I have that in my mind, and it makes it a little. Oh no, it's yeah, no, they mean more water. They really mean water. Yeah. What does this say? Oh, it's a. This is a water protected area. Oh, look at yeah. This is the water we saw here. If I'm not mistaken, this is connected to the river. It's like oh, raindrops falling from the sky. Where else should it come from? I have no idea. Yeah, now it's going to have a little heavier rain here. And I'm getting my wife's, what did I say? I'm for fuck's sake not married. I mean my brother's wife's car dirty. Oh. Not, it's not enough that I'm driving up her gasoline. I'm getting the car dirty as well. Yeah, but I can't. You can't be mad at me because I'm using the wipers and your view is limited and all that. I can't control the weather. No, not that I have tried, but and one of the wipers is not that good, and they will not replace it because she is just waiting for her new car. Oh, wow. Wow, this was. I need to have. Oh my! Should we stop and go out and take a shower? No, we shouldn't. That was a stupid idea. Let's not do that. Look, if I turn off. Yeah, I see better through the camera then because the camera don't pick up everything, I think. Yeah, now it's easing up a little bit, I think. That was a heavy shower. Kind of cozy, in my opinion. And that's what counts. It's my stream. It's my opinion. I am the ruler of the stream. Besides YouTube. Oh, yeah. YouTube could, if they disagree with me too much, they could, goodbye, stream, but I hope that will not happen. But as I said earlier, we really need this rain. But the problem is when it's been so dry as it is in the nature now, this type of rain, oh, let's see, I think we need to go to the right here. Why is there no signs? But I really hope I am remembering correctly now, but I should be. Or am I? Well, we'll drive a little bit and see. Okay, I drive and you follow. The thing is, when it comes like this heavy rain, and it's still quite warm, and the ground is warm, most of it will just go away. It will I don't know what's called, so I don't say it. But yeah, we're going the right way. Yay! And the thing is also that it's too much almost for the ground because it just stay on top on the ground, and it comes too much too quickly, so the ground can't keep up, and most goes into small creeks or whatever. But it's better than nothing, and the lawns love it. Yeah, because they have grass has so shallow roots. But I know now it's hard for the phone to focus when it's focused more on the raindrops. So everything else will look blurry. So I know it's boring for you guys. But bear with it because I think we're going to pass it in just a little while. In this area, I have some friends. I've been here in this area a little bit when I was younger and so on. My co-workers and friend, his father lives in this area, and I've been there and having sauna with him. No, not his father, but with my friend several times. What? And hi, I don't know if you're still here, Will or Pia and so on. I think I missed you when that. I just quickly checked the message here. So, hi, if you're still here, Will, hope your day is fine. I don't know who is watching. Whoever is watching, I hope you're having a nice day. Now it clears up a little bit at least. That's good. As I said, we were passing that, but now the car is quite dirty. Oh, I feel sad now. But if we are really lucky, why do I say we? If I'm lucky, it will come some more rain when I'm home. Heavy rain that cleans the car a little bit. Here, down, if you go down here to the left, we have High Coast Distillery. They're making whiskey there, and that is, yeah, it's winning prizes. It's quite famous. It's called High Coast. Uh, and yeah, it's really popular around the world, to be honest. People like it. And that's being made down there. It was called Box earlier, but they changed it to High Coast. Just to use, the area and put it on the map a little better. It's the little village or the place it's being done is called Box. That's why they started with that, but they changed the name. And also we have in the other town where yeah, we have they're making gin, and that's also winning, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger now. That brand, it's getting really popular and have won lots of prizes. Both this whiskey and that gin won exclusive prizes for being so good and so on. I am not a big fan of whiskey, but I did get a bottle of this uh, when I moved back here from Crete. When I had a little housewarming party, I got a bottle, and that they, my friends are buying a whole keg, and they wait like many years before they tap it on bottles. So that was one of that bottles I got, and that was quite okay. It was. I don't. I think I have starting to change taste a little bit again. You do that through the years. At least I remember when I was young, only and we were having parties. Oh, only beer, only really really light beer. Never wine. Oh, it's so awful. No, and then I get a little bit older. Okay, well, some. And by the way, if, here on the left side, I can't. You don't see. No, yeah, you could see a little bit. On the left side, there is like horse racing track, and they are going to have tomorrow. No, I don't know. They have like a midnight. Uh, I wonder if it. I don't know when it is or if it has already been. But they have a race that is called Midnight Race. And that's quite big. Many come from around different parts of the world, and lots of famous horses participate. The prize money is quite well on that. And yeah, back to the wine and all that. So when I was young, I said, no, never wine. And then I got a little older and I said, yeah, maybe white wine. Some white wines is okay. Uh, and after that, but never red wine, never red. Oh, it's awful, awful. And then I got a little bit older, and like, yes, some red wines is okay. And I'm still at that phase that think some red wines is okay. I am not like, I can drink every red wine, I love it. But I can drink some red wines now. And the same for whiskey. Oh, never, never whiskey. Oh my God, it's like drinking leather coat. Oh, with ash. And then, like a few years later, well, some blended whiskey can be okay, but never smoky whiskey. And I'm still at that point. I can't like drink single malt with lots of smoke and so on. Oh no, 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 no. I can sip a little bit maybe if I have water also. And um, if you look up here now, oh yeah, that's on top of. Oh, you can't see, but maybe it comes up. I will show you where this the camera will be because we are. What are you doing? Why are you going so slow? Why? Why? I just wonder. I just wonder. I'm not angry at you. Just tell me why. Tell me why. Do, 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 do. Yeah, no, yeah. We are now passing on the right side. You can't see it now. But on the right side here now is the mountain where we are going to put the camera. So it will have a view out to this. And that, I think that is the road. Yeah, that was the road on the left side there we passed. So you will see out over. Oh, I can see the cabin now. You will see out of this area over this little village, and you will see a little bit of the river and the mountains on the other side. That will be the view from that cabin, where the camera on the balcony, the single one, will be placed next week if all goes as planned. I need to grab some cables. I need a TP cable. I need to talk to my friend here if he has, or if there is some TP cables there or so, network cables. But the view will be quite nice, to be honest. Hopefully. And at the same day, I think it was Tuesday, we are also going to repaint the roof on that little cabin. The radio club has a cabin on top of that mountain, and we had some towers with antennas and so on, and radios, and it's that clubhouse. That car in front of us, that is a company that renovates chimneys. At least that was the car says. And he is going now. Bye bye. Take care. Stay safe. Drive safely. Woody, woody, woody. And windy all over the side. I think it's a front now that's passing now, and that's why we had this rain and heavy rain and so on. And I need to. We have this speed camera coming here, so I need to keep track on the speed. I need to go at least 40 kilometers above the speed limit. Paparazzi cam, as I call it. A few years back, when I lived down south and I had a car, I had a Mercedes. Uh, and when I were out driving, I had like a thing that I always waved when passing a camera, one of those speed cameras, just in case, just in case I got caught on the camera. They should have like, is he waving? Now I needed to put on my sunglasses. That that was the type of Mercedes I had, but I had a blue. I don't know if you saw that car on the right side there, on the road there, silver one. It was one. It looked the same at least. But there's several models that looks kind of the same. I really, really, really miss that car. It was one of the nicest car I ever had, and that one, and I had a BMW also once. That was like that was fast, and I was much younger back then also, so I liked that one because it was, yeah, fast and so on. But I miss the Mercedes most. Yeah, it's the car I miss the most, to be honest. It was so comfortable, and it did run. It was fast, and it had, oh, it was a pleasure to drive it. It was a real pleasure, and it looked good as well, to be honest. So now I'm just missing a car. That's, now we should straighten up that. We're getting closer and closer now to to the city where I'm going to shop. First, we have this little smaller village that sadly is kind of dying out. People move to the main city, but people struggle on here and try to start open up things and so on. But it was lively, and there is like on the right side is a little further on the right side here. You can't see it now, sadly, but there is a big house where they have dances and so on. And there I have been performing with several different groups through the years when I were actively playing in bands. I've been in some contests there also. That was what was I had one when I played with one punk band. That was the first time someone threw their bro at me. I got someone throwing the bro to me and flashes the boobs as well. Yeah, it has happened to me. To me? To be honest, it happened not only once, but that was the first time. And here we've got on the left side there is it's a cold mill. When the salt planks and so I think it's called a mill. And now we got like traffic that slows down, okay, because we have a tractor. Goodbye, tractor. I'm glad you were taking over. And then we have a big factory on the left side further on, and that's another small village. That is, yeah, they are growing. They have been there for many years. They luckily they have, it has been economic crashes and all, but they survived them all so far, knock on wood. And now they are even expanding. It's going really well for them now. So they are rebuilding and building out and so on. It is. I wonder. Uh, I think they do paper. I don't know if they do paper mask or. I'm not really sure exactly, or if they just do. Uh, Yeah, but they're not doing planks and stuff. It's not a mill, but they are doing. I think it could be a product that then is used to make paper mass. Uh, so then, where I live, there is also a factory that produces paper mass. They don't produce the paper; they do the material for making paper. And you see that factory now in front of me, in front of us. It changed name though, so I think it's like someone bought it. It's called Mondi. It was not the name when I grew up, but they changed owner and so on. And coming up, which you all can't see either because it's a little bit off the side of the road, but that's we're going to pass an area where I lived. I rented a house there for a few years. After my second long time relationship were ended, I moved there from the house we had. So I lived there for a couple of years. It was a really nice little house, but sadly, I had some bad experience there as well because I were away visiting a friend in Stockholm, and when I came home, I had someone broke in and stole a lot of stuff. Even though I had a friend coming over there several times per day, feeding the cat and keep them company, he were there several times. So in between when he were there, some idiot broke in and stole like Xbox and all other stuff. And that is a story for itself because that trip, oh my gosh, that trip ended up in a huge change in my life. Oh, yeah, I can tell that some other time. I think I told it, I think I told that story once on Spite Life, but yeah, because uh, I went also up north and visited an old a girl I had a relationship with several years when I was young, and we had got some contact, and she wanted me to move there. She wanted me to move in with her and so on, and yeah, okay. So I said, okay, we can try that. So I quit my job. They did a special agreement, so I worked 50% through remote. They paid my internet and all that. And also they, yeah, and I said I told that I don't want it. I threw every furniture away. I threw everything because I couldn't bring anything else than my clothes, my computer, and so on. And the plan was I was just going to live at her place until I got our own apartment because I didn't want to do that. And the same day I said I don't want. They got a buyer on the house because they had people waiting to buy it. Some Germans bought that as a summer house. And when I went up there, and when the same day I quit my job, I went up with some clothes and so on. It was a Friday. On Sunday, when I went back to get my cat and the rest I had, she phoned, or she didn't even call me. She messaged me. She sent a message. She sent a fucking text message telling, no, I regret myself. So I had nowhere to live. I have had at work 50%, and I had no furniture, nothing, nothing. I had my clothes and my cat. I was not happy, I can say. And here on the right side, below there is a little hillside. I also lived. Me and my partner I had at that time, we rented a house there until we bought our own house, a really nice one. We had been together for over 7 years and everything was fine. We bought a house together and that lasted a year. So that was a stupid thing to do. But yeah, things different. Now we're in Kronfors where we're going to shop, or I'm going to shop. And when I come to the store, I will turn off this stream. I'm telling now already. I'm going to turn off this stream because I can't flip the phone around. That is something I don't like with this YouTube app. That if you have started to stream in like horizontal, you can't just flip the phone to vertical. You need to restart the stream. So I will do that when it comes to this store. I'm just telling already, but there will be a new live soon. But it will be vertical, and I will not talk because now we are going to store in store. I'm not going to talk to myself in a store. I think people that knows me or have seen me before, they think already I'm strange. So I don't want to make it worse. Oh, like, what is wrong with him? He's talking, and he talks English to himself. What is going on? He must be crazy. Beware of that maniac. And it's going to be lots of people now because it's midsummer tomorrow, and people are off work and Now they are shopping food and all that. This, they here they don't sell that much food, but they sell lots of like, yeah, plastic forks and all that stuff. And yeah, they have it's yeah, will see. It's all from uh, cheap, yeah, what shampoo and napkins and washing powder to tools to clothes to whatever, and they have snacks and candy and sodas and so on. So, but they don't have much food. So yes, I'm turning this off for now, and we will change. I will be back right away.